Powder me. No,
Powder me. Fluffer, fluff penis.
Fluffies. So Snerdcast, another Shnerd bite coming at you with the another trailer, and this one is one we were actually talked about. I think in 2019. We talked about it a long time ago. We talked about it a few times because this was rumored back in the day, but now it's coming to fruition.
Yeah,
Black Adam, bro.
Yeah, dude. Something that Dwayne Johnson has been like teasing about nonstop on his Instagram, like working out. He made that video where he was like, "Come 2022, the hierarchy of the DC changes."
And he spelled "come" with the C-U-M. I'm sure.
Yeah, he's like, "I'm gonna come all over Superman." Henry Cavill, you don't lift nearly as many weights as I do.
Why do you think you're fucking retired in Superman? Too much
jizz. And the amount of steroids I do is more than any Wolverine character ever did.
I mean, he did it that one song you showed me recently.
She was horrible. That dude,
like the last 30 seconds of the song.
Anybody who's watching this and they're like, "Oh, I wonder if he's gonna bring up the Tech 9 thing," the reactions, if Cole Cannon's gonna look, if I react to that, it's not gonna be good news. That his verse was horrible. Like me and you listened to that morning, and I hadn't heard it yet, and I just was like, it sounded so forced. I was
we saw it right when it dropped. Literally.
Yeah, like 45 minutes within when it dropped.
That should let you know when our last recording together was.
Yeah.
We talked about Scream and all that stuff. But today we're talking about Black Adam. Yeah, more than half.
What the fuck?
More than half of this trailer is the.
That's just him
talking.
Wow, because the actual teaser's only like 45 seconds long.
I think they probably do tease a lot of it, but like, look right here.
Oh, I see. Okay, it's just artwork. Yeah, it's just all the artwork and stuff that we've been seeing already.
Yeah. I guess we should clarify this. We're not huge fans.
Black Adam and Shazam knowledge.
So
yeah, we don't know.
Yeah, and we did look up some of his villains, and there's probably less than a handful that you could probably use today besides the ones they already used.
Yeah, so maybe Superman will show up.
Maybe we'll see. That'd be dope. That'd be a good incentive for him to show up, a fucking deity from ancient times.
Yeah,
Earth's Superman, maybe.
I know, but DC's like, no, it's not gonna happen.
Here's Blue Beetle. No,
here's Blue Beetle. He'll take him on.
Right. If it's any messed up, just let me know.
No, it's actually perfect.
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the set for this looks fucking nuts.
I forgot about this part where she like pretty much unlocks his grave or something like
that. She unleashes him from the prison because he was put into a prison like hundreds of thousands of years ago. He was put into a prison, so she accidentally freed him.
She's like, I know how to speak Shazam. Shazam!
It's like I am Groot, but with Shazam.
Right. It's like I am Groot.
Shazam! Don't ever call me that word again. That's racist.
I mean, before we even go on, you just kind of sparked like he would have to know who Shazam the God is, though, right? If he's this ancient deity, Black Adam
would have to know who Shazam is. Yeah, because
they would have to have a history, but of course
they do. Because
our Shazam wouldn't know.
Remember in the first Shazam movie when Billy Batson meets the Wizard, and he's like, and he's like, there was not at the very beginning. Billy Batson, the kid who plays Shazam, the actual kid.
Yeah.
So when he finally meets the Wizard in like the middle of the movie.
Before he actually accepts the powers, okay.
Yeah, he's like, there was one other that we gave the power to, and he abused it. We had to lock him up. They weren't
referring to the.
No, not the first
kid. The doctor, right?
No, they were talking about Black Adam.
Remember the enemy though, the one who released the 7 deadly sins. They weren't
I think that they were talking about Black Adam.
Okay.
Yeah, because Black Adam has been around for like thousands of years.
Yeah, he's supposed to be like Egyptian or like maybe before then, like kind of gods.
Yeah, and he's basically
Antonauts or whatever they're called.
he basically is Shazam, but he got power hungry. Is how I understand it. So
he was a human being.
yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure.
No. I mean, like human. Like he was human first.
Oh yeah. He just wanted more power,
Stupid
more
joke,
pussy and power.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say that. Okay, let's keep on going. So I do like how they just creep up on him. He looks sick there, dude.
He does, and I love.
Speaking of unlimited power,
I love that they never showed the Dwayne Johnson's face. They don't actually show it. And to me, that's the winner, is that they're like, we're focusing on the character, not the star behind the character, you know?
Well, it's
and
a
that's
good way
cool.
to intro your character, too. Look at him. He's just,
it is.
Yeah. Which, by the way, like,
he's like, chokeslam.
even if it's not superpower fucking Black Adam, it's The Rock. The Rock turned around and just haymakered you in the face, dude. Your head's gonna explode.
Yeah, or you're for sure dying. Like,
yeah, dude, you're gonna be like Invincible, where he just gets that girl and twists her head. And take a couple steps. You know what I mean?
That's hella funny.
Let's get back to this. But yeah, this is the part we talked about off camera. This is sick, dude. How he just like, I don't know if he's life draining him or just.
I think he's electrocuting him, like Shazam, because Shazam has electrical powers, so does he. Fuck.
Yeah, you're right, dude. That's so sick. But this is what I was a little curious about, because he looks like he kind of has like a computerized suit on him. Maybe it is something ancient. Maybe he's
or maybe it's just like a magical fabric, like a magical armor, you know. Because he takes all those bullets.
That was sick, though, dude.
So nuts.
He just burnt.
And I love when the skull hits the ground and it like disintegrates.
Yeah, that's what it's doing right now.
Yeah, that's so dope, dude. I'm like, yeah.
Sick. Look at this. I'd be the same face. I'm like, oh no. This is how I die.
This should be the thumbnail.
That should be right. Let's keep it here for a second, see how that works.
He looks like how everybody would feel if they just seen a man evaporate another man with their hand.
And then his skull just disintegrates right in front of you.
Yeah, right in front of you. He's like, fuck, what did I sign up for?
Probably like one of the most badass mercenaries on planet Earth right now.
Yeah.
He's like shitting himself.
He's like, fuck The Rock.
It's The Rock. Get out.
Oh,
who is that right there, though? Who are
I don't know. That's a good question. That guy's like in a jumpsuit. Did you see that? He's like in a jump. Who is that?
Dude. Who's
it's like Tom Segura.
It's what's that one? The DJ Khaled. No,
it's like DJ Khaled, bro. He's like, so more time.
These are the people that unleash him on accident.
Yeah,
because there was a chick and a dude, right? Or at least a chick for sure.
I wonder what the movie's gonna be, like who the villain's gonna be, or what the fight is gonna be.
What I would really like to, if it's like, I don't know what they did with, because I remember I saw Wonder Woman 1986, but I never that movie kind of flopped, but even with COVID, but the Wonder Woman before that, because they're ancient Amazonians, right? They're from hundreds. I don't know. Yeah, they're at least hundreds of years old.
Yeah, they're hella old. They're from the time of the old gods.
So they have to be thousands of years old at least, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I was thinking hundreds. Maybe, and I wish they would have established this earlier on. Maybe they would retcon it later on, but I would really love to be like, oh, there were ancient gods before us that were like, we had to like try to keep away from too. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'd have to go back and watch the recent Wonder Woman, the first Wonder Woman that just came out a few years ago, and for it to be, I would hope they would nod. I don't know if they thought this far ahead, because this was like 20, you know what I mean, 15, 16.
Yeah.
But I would love to like see some kind of nod of like some ancient god that they couldn't handle.
Well, the only thing that I can think of is in Zack Snyder's Justice League, they definitely acknowledge the ancient gods. There's a scene where Zeus and Ares are in that movie.
Okay.
So there is that. The only problem is that this is where I have to like take a step back this is where I have to take a step back with DC. Is this is amazing, but as far as any story linking goes, keep in mind this is Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers was sitting on that amazing Zack Snyder Justice League that was nutty. It was too long, but it was nutty.
COVID and them not to release any movies for them to actually release.
Yeah, and
let's be real. If COVID never happened, we probably would never get
the
Zack Snyder release.
And let's remember that Justice League came out before the Zack Snyder did, right?
Exactly,
dude. What I'm trying to say here is they never think anything through. 1986 Wonder Woman gets released, and she is seemingly flying in that movie. She can seemingly fly in that movie, but in all of the Justice League movie, the Zack Snyder, she can't fly yet. It's just bad writing. They don't think so. That's one thing I will say about this movie, about tailoring our expectations about any type of story linking to what we've already seen. Expect them to probably build a whole new universe. And my guess is Black Adam will be wrapped around Shazam.
Of course, which I'm hoping. I mean, they're already established that Superman is in Shazam's universe, so that means Batman's in that universe. And you know what? I don't know if it was when we recorded the podcast recently or what, but you made a point, and I was like, "That's fucking dope," and I really wish they would do it. And you were the one who said this on the podcast originally that I heard, where it's like a movie starts, like let's say Shazam movie starts, and then like news, it's like panning into the start of the movie, and then you see like some newspapers or like somebody's iPad, and they're like, oh, something in Gotham happened, and this happened in Gotham thanks to the winged stranger or something like that. You're the one who said that.
I remember. Honestly, I know what you're talking about.
Honestly, that's literally one of the best ways to kind of acknowledge the universe without
just tie it in,
to force it.
Yeah, just tie it in super subtly, subtly, and it'll work out like really well, because then you won't have 5 different Supermans and 3 different Batman movies and Batman and Wonder Woman. I mean, Batwoman and Batgirl and the Titan. It gets really muddy. So like if they I do remember saying that about they do just need to do it subtly.
Maybe. Okay. I'll talk about this later, but this is for the Flash and the multiverse and stuff. But let's finish this though.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, my bad. That looks sick though. And I love how he starts to fly. What is he wearing there? Fucking those weird little Crocs or whatever.
But remember, the character's been in prison for like 1,000 years or some shit.
Ooh, I love that little Shazam kind of logo though.
Like reversed.
Yeah.
So I want to say something real quick. There is some extreme similarities between that movie trailer we just watched, the Black Adam, and the Batman. That is something that is kind of alarming to me. And I can name 2 things: the brutality and the shooting of the hitting the armor. I kind of wonder if DC is going to start embracing we're just going to go balls to the walls and make this like the comics. Like we're going to go. Yeah, we're not Marvel. We're not going to pretend to be Marvel anymore. Like
that'd honestly be their best like direction to take. You can't. I mean, you want the younger audience to jump in.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
If you guys want the younger audience to jump in general, but at the same time, it simultaneously be safe for families. Well, guess what? You're a giant comic book franchise. There are characters that are written that are safe for families. But let me tell you, the Batman breaking the Joker's neck, or Superman, an alien that's like basically a god, is not exactly the family material if you think about it boiled down. And just don't make it what it isn't. But this looks crazy. This looks crazy.
It does look fucking awesome, and I do love it. And I wouldn't mind it if they took that brutality route you're talking about. Because look at something like Invincible. It's a cartoon, but they have some animated cartoons which are super crazy. And look at The Boys.
Yeah,
a lot of people like The Boys. A lot of people are trying to watch The Boys nowadays because how much hype it's getting, and the season 3 is coming probably in the next year. They already
Yeah.
have a lot of the dude from Supernatural is going to be one of the new. He's going to be in it for sure. I don't know
Yeah,
what
you
kind
know,
of role he's going to play.
I think
I
he
couldn't
plays
tell you
a.
honestly.
I don't remember, but I remember I sent you that one
It's a
article.
knockoff of Captain America.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember he plays
It's like
a
soldier.
hero.
It's funny enough. I think we talked about him earlier. I don't know if it's gonna make it or not because depending on when we talked about him, it's Soldier Boy. It's like he's literally like called like Soldier Boy or something like that. Soldier guy.
Yeah, I don't remember where I referred to somebody as the Soldier Boy YouTube
But
or some shit.
yeah, I'm hoping instead of like they did with Justice League and stuff, like take your time, build. You know what I mean? Like just because you have look, I mean, look how beloved I guess Marvel is with this not even the next generation, this fan base that they built.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But look at a Black Widow, how too little, too late.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think they should really just do their thing, do your thing. You know what I mean? And what's funny is I probably said this before, multiple episodes. Just whatever Marvel's doing, shut that shit out.
Yeah.
Do your own thing. You guys have your own universe. You have your own separate fucking dope ass universe. Let's not forget. I guarantee if you made a poll of like legit comic book readers from the past like 50 years of who's better, Marvel or DC, I could be 100% wrong, but I think a lot of people will say DC just based on the fucking the artwork and brutality.
Yeah, I agree.
Marvel has, even back then, I would think Marvel is still kind of the more family oriented product.
To an extent. Yeah, I agree. And you're right. It's like if that is the route they're going, the brutality route, I'm about it. And I'm like, do it. Wrong. But what I'm afraid of
makes more sense.
What I'm afraid of is that they're gonna miss out on the universe building, where it's like we're finally gonna get cool characters, and instead of them just putting them together, Warner Brothers and DC is like, let's see how this movie does and this movie does, and later down the line, if those two movies make budget, we might put them together, and if it flops, we'll never make them again.
Well, to be fair, DC can make great movies. Look at the Joker 2019 with Joaquin Phoenix.
But keep in mind, Joker.
To say Joker 2019 when there's no Joker movie before.
But what sucks about the Joker is that one of the reasons that movie did so well. Right? Well, that movie's great. I'm not shitting. I'm not going to shit on it. But I mean, there is things that I didn't like. But overall, that's a fantastic fucking movie. And look at it though for what it was. It got like a really small budget. The studio was not like super impressed with them at all, and they were like, okay, this is gonna do okay. And the movie ended up fucking doing amazing, like box office numbers like crazy. Warner Brothers has a history of doing that. DC has a history of doing that with their movies, where they're like, this is gonna be great, but they're like, they turn a blind eye. The movie does great, and then they miss their marker. Kind of like the example you gave about Black Widow.
Yeah, I mean that's
with these with Marvel. That I mean the
reason I brought that up though is I want DC to look at that as like, hey, you can make a movie and it will flop, but that doesn't mean people won't come back to watch.
Yeah,
don't discourage yourself. And I mean, this is just from some random drunk guy. You know what I mean? In NorCal, but I'm just saying, like, this is a fan theory. It's Nerdcast. This is what we do. We talk about this stuff because we care and we love this stuff and we want to see it succeed. Not just Marvel, but also DC. Yeah, and I'm sure a lot of fans, maybe not this newer generation, people who were probably born past 2000, 2003 or whatever you want to. We want to see you succeed, us older fans, and I'm sure even the newer fans, especially when they get into the comics, are like, whoa, this is not Marvel, you know?
Yeah, for real. And DC, we've said it 100 times, that DC's animated movies, that is something they do 1,000 times better than Marvel. Marvel's animated movies are kid-friendly movies. DC's that is
especially the newer stuff.
yeah, it is not kid friendly. It is like Ben said, it's sexy, it's violent, it's aggressive, it's absurd, it's vulgar. Like
Makes you
that
uncomfortable, but you still want to watch.
that right there to me is like the ingredient necessary that they're missing for these movies. And the Batman, the Shazam trailer, the Black Adam trailer we just watched, it's like stick with it, like you just said. Go do your own thing. Go do your own fucking thing,
Exactly,
like you were
dude.
saying.
Go to your room and do your own homework.
Yeah, look. If you got to if you got to make a great movie with only a few $1 million, then just remember that you guys have already done it with the Joker, like you pointed out. And it's like you guys can do it. Marvel did it with Deadpool. You guys did it with Joker. So can you carry that?
That wasn't even Disney.
No, yeah, it was Fox. It was Fox.
Just so people know, like.
Yeah, it was Fox that made the Deadpool thing. Yeah.
So we have another one to do. So I'm gonna say
one more.
Another one. Yeah, but love this conversation so much. I love going in like in-depth stuff with you, man. Fucking
yeah.
It's fun. So it's so much fun, man. Link in the description if you made it this far. Link in the description. Check out the channel. A lot more stuff. A lot more to come. I mean, we're doing like 4 or 5 videos in this one night. So
I know, yeah, like an hour or two, we've knocked out like 3 of them already. Yeah,
exactly. So lots of content. Yeah, and if you guys like this, check out the next one.
Hell yeah, it'll be coming.
Guys, be nice to each other out there.
Be safe.
Exactly. Nerdcast.